Hello, and welcome back to another 5 minute freestyle Friday edition of Maddie's Rap, the show where we rap about things that guys rap about when we're hanging out. Now, if you see me laughing, you know that I've missed the mark so many times here with trying to get these 5 minute freestyle Fridays in under 5 minutes. So much so that I stopped calling them 5 minute freestyle Fridays, and part of that has to do with these long intros. So I'm going to try to cut right to the chase. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you like this material by the end, and you'll consider becoming a subscriber. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. The topic is, by the way, I'm a multiple award-winning author. You can see the books here on the screen, From Fear to Faith, The Survivor Story, and Stuck in an Elevator, all right? You can read those descriptions on my website, www.talfotarts.com, and you can also check them out at amazon.com. So now, let us jump right into today's topic. Did the devil make me do it? Did the devil make you do it? Or was it you? You see, and I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. We blame so much of the negativity that happens in the world on this universal force of darkness called the devil. All right? I mean, because on the opposite side of that, we call the positive force in the universe God, and we call the negative force of the dark side of the universe the devil, right? But we blame so much on the devil. Oh, the devil made this person do that. The devil made that person do that. I want you to pay attention to these images I have on the screen, okay? I've got 3 examples for you. Before I show you those examples, I'm going to say that the devil didn't make you do it. You know, when I was in Bible study, I went to Bible study once a week at the one of the chapels at the installation that I was assigned to when I was in the U.S. Army at Fort Polk, Louisiana. And one of those Bible studies and men's fellowships, I remember the officiating pastor making a statement years ago. He said, all the devil can do is give you a suggestion. It's up to you whether or not you want to do it. But let's take the devil out of this, because I'm going to go a step deeper, if you will, deeper internally. Okay, I ain't talking about down to the ground. I'm talking about internal. I propose, or I posit, that the devil didn't make you do it. Your shadow side made you do it. Now, watch this. Everything in existence exists because it has a positive and a negative side, okay? Go buy a battery. If it's a 9-volt battery, you got a positive side on the outside, on the top, and a negative side. If it's a cylindrical battery like a AA or a AAA or something like that, one side is positive, denoted by a plus. The other side is negative, denoted by a minus. When you put that battery into whatever device, let's say an Xbox controller, they show you where to put what. You've got that coiled spring at the bottom, that's typically for the negative. You've got the top of that lead with the little thing sticking up that goes to the positive side, and that produces a current, okay? Without a positive and a negative, you cannot receive power, you cannot have a current, you can't have life, okay? There's this other little thing in there called the ground wire, but we won't talk about that. But I mean, it could apply here, because if you're grounded, then you're balanced, right? Okay, but we'll save that for another topic. I mean, I'm not an electrician. I'm not going to try to even get into the science of the atomic particles. Positive one being a proton, negative one being an electron, and then that balancing act called a neutron, right? Neutron, neutral. Not going to get into that. We're going to deal strictly with, did the devil make you do it, or was it your shadow side? Now, because we understand that you can't have life, you can't have current, you can't have electricity without a positive and a negative. Some other examples are your heartbeat. Your heart expands, your heart contracts. One's positive, one's negative, okay? The ocean waves, the tide comes in, it swells the ocean, the tide goes out, it lowers the levels, okay? So same thing with us as people. You've got a positive side, you got a negative side, okay? You got a light side, you got a shadow side. When you hear people, a lot of these people in the spiritual community now saying you have to do your shadow work for you to evolve spiritually, what they're simply saying is you have to not be afraid to look inside and deal with the shadow aspects of yourself, the dark side, the negative, right? Okay, now, I want to, again, posit that the devil didn't make you do anything. It was your lack of control of your shadow side. Now, sometimes that shadow side is required for certain things I won't get into. I mean, you can use the movie, Samuel Jackson movie, A Time to Kill. His shadow side made him deal with those people that did things to his daughter. I won't spoil the movie for those of you who haven't seen it. But again, did you have any control over your shadow side? Now, I'm going to show you 3 examples from Hollywood, and then I want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are on today's subject matter. Did the devil make you do anything, or was it you? Now, on the screen here, you're looking at image number 1, Fred Flintstone. You know, I used to watch the Flintstones when I was a kid, back when it was popular. I mean, it's syndicated now. You got to watch it on YouTube or some Cartoon Network or something. It's not on all the time like it was back in the 70s. When Fred was faced with a decision on how he should handle something sometimes, he had this polarity. On one side, he had an angel. On the other side, he had a devil. But what I didn't pay attention to as a child that just sort of occurred to me now, this year even, as an adult, is that both that angel and that devil was Fred. It looked just like him. Look at the screen, okay? Example number 2, Homer Simpson. Similar theme here. Hey, dude, this is the right thing to do. Nah, don't do it that way. Do it this way. Who do they think they are? Who do they think they're talking to? He can't talk to you like that. She can't talk to you like that. You need to deal with it. Nah, there's a better way to do it. Show them love, show them compassion. Man, bump that, man. Did they show you love and compassion? Homer Simpson, in the example you're looking at on the screen, that devil and that angel are Homer. So, Hollywood is showing us something. The last example comes from one of the more recent Star Wars movies. I believe it's The Force Awakens. You see this image of the cracked Darth Vader helmet, and in it is Luke Skywalker. His face is looking out. So what is that? That's some very powerful symbolism. Luke Skywalker represented the Force, or the positive side of the universe. Darth Vader, he represented the dark side of the universe, okay? He was dressed in black helmet, black uniform, whatever, and he was the dark side, right? The recurring message in all of the Star Wars movies, dating back to the first Star Wars movie in the 1970s, was don't give in to the dark side, right? The dark side of what? The dark side of yourself. Here's a cracked helmet of Darth Vader, who represents or symbolizes the dark side, and the image or the face behind that cracked helmet and mask is Luke Skywalker. So what that symbolizes is the darkness actually was him. So there's some food for thought. I know I didn't get this in exactly under 5 minutes, but we're going to get it done in under 10. So much for the 5-minute Freestyle Friday. I want you guys to now share your comments. What do you think? Did the devil make you do anything, or was it you? Hollywood has understood these themes for a long time, and they hide this stuff right in front of our face. That devil on one shoulder for Fred Flintstone was Fred. That angel on the other shoulder was Fred. So, heretofore, when you hear this theme of doing your shadow work, what these spiritual teachers are telling you is to identify the fact that you have a shadow side and that you must embrace it. And the truth of the matter is you cannot be all positive, or you don't have life. Nothing that has any type of charge or electricity or current or life is all positive, and it's not all negative either. You need the two for balance. The question is, and here's where I'll throw in something about a ground wire, and the electricians might jump on me for this because I'm not an electrician, but are you grounded? Are you able to ground out any extremities of either of those polarities, any extremities of the negative charge and the extremities of the positive charge? Are you able to ground those out? I challenge that you ground those out by doing your shadow work, okay? Everybody, and this, I'll say this about astrology, and I'll get off, you guys. If you want, you can check out my video, Astrology, Your Personal Instruction Manual. One of the things that I mentioned in that video is that when you run your birth chart, when you run your natal chart, you are going to see positive aspects of you, and you're going to see negative aspects of you. When you understand those, it gives you a better ability to interact with human beings. Everything in life, everything in existence, with regards to people and animals, well, people and animals, I'll leave the animals part out. Everything in life that with regards to people has everything to do with relationships, okay? Otherwise, your astrology is all about how to master relationships, How do you conduct yourself in relationships? Do you understand yourself? Do you understand others? Okay? When you understand and can embrace both your positive and your negative aspects, it's going to help you move through life with bliss. There are times when you want to lean on your shadow side, and there are other times when you don't. All right? I'll leave it at that. You guys check that out. If you haven't done so, please, 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 please run your birth chart. Look at your birth chart, your personal astrology, your personal numerology. What is your life path number? Those are things that are able to help you better understand yourself. You do come with an instruction manual. Most of us haven't read it, and that's why we struggle in our relationships. Once you understand your personal astrology, your personal numerology, then you can move through this life a lot more seamlessly and without as many heartaches and bumps, because you understand yourself and you understand other people. You understand that, hey, nobody's positive all the time, nobody's negative all the time. The question is, are you balanced? And are you dealing with people who are balanced? So check that out. Remember, nothing in life, you can't have life without having both a balance of positive and negative. So, in review, all of those images, Fred Flintstone, Homer Simpson, Luke Skywalker, symbolize that there is a positive and a negative side of us. We have to choose when is the right time to activate either or, okay? Righteousness. I say this all the time. People talk about, God this and God that. Oh, God is coming back. Hey, my church is the best. We're Catholics. God's coming for us. Hey, we're Protestants. God's coming for us. Hey, we practice Judaism. God's coming for us. Hey, we practice Islam. God's coming for us. He doesn't deal in any of that man-made religion. All he understands, all he communicates in is righteousness and unrighteousness. What is the right thing to do? What is the wrong thing to do? All right? And that's not to draw an inference between, the positive and the negative per se with regards to what I was just talking about. Because remember, you need the existence of both positive and negative to have life, to have a current, okay, to have electricity, okay? There's no such thing as day without night. There's no such thing as night without day. There's no such thing as darkness without light. There's no such thing as light without darkness, all right? Sometimes the light is required to shine into darkness so you can see what's there, all right? But darkness is also a necessary component for your body to go to sleep and regenerate, all right? Regenerate, I'm not gonna get all into it. You guys have a great week. Again, if you're new to this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'd like to hear from you. What are your comments on today's subject matter? Did the devil make you do it, or was it you? Share this video if you like it. It's a great conversation topic. Peace, y'all.